Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Welcome back to another round of street vlogging, and we are going to be discussing the continuation of our discussions, and you can understand that we have a plan, and those plans, that's what we are basically discussing about. I will urge you to help us to share and to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. And few hours ago, we started our discussion on project Anambra State, using Nnewi as part one on the discussion. And basically, the discussions centered vastly on roads. So we are going to do Project Anambra Part 2, Nnewi basic infrastructures. So this Part 2, we are going to talk about the basic infrastructures that need to be completely put in place within 1 year or two in Nnewi to make life meaningful and to expand the economic trajectory and economic growth of this city and bring about 500,000 jobs in Nnewi, between 500,000 to 1 million jobs within 1 year or two in Nnewi. Basically, it's not a rocket science. It can be done, but only a determined government can do these things. And I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. Basically, remember, Project Anambra is an innovative way to bring about development in a shortest possible way. You know, mobilizing everything available, every resources, including human resources, and everything which we were blessed so much with, which has not actually been tampered or mobilized before. But now, under the Project Anambra, the whole thing, the tango is basically to put in play this, these God's giving resources into play, and other mobilizing also external funds like loans and grants and other things, raising bonds which will help in order to move cities in Anambra State to another level. When we talk Project Anambra, involve getting most of these cities completely revamped within 1 or 2 years. We talk about Oka, Nnewi, Ekulobia, Onitsha, even Ihiala, Otuocha. Some of these cities can be revamped, completely changed, and Nnewi. So we can do them. So that's today in our discussion about Nnewi Part 2. What the government need to do now is to create a bus terminal in Nnewi, or many bus terminals in Nnewi. So meaning that some of the place must be demolished to create that. So because a city without bus terminal has shown that there is no good planning in that city. So, and when we talk about Nnewi, we are talking about Nnewi Metro, which includes Ekusigo, we include Nnewi South, Nnewi North. So modern bus terminal must be basically brought in into Nnewi, and those bus terminals, 1 or 4 of them, will enhance the traffic and transportation, all diverse transportation, including the future building of the rail infrastructure. So this will actually create so much job, because in those transport terminals, you are bet to create between 1,000 to 10,000 jobs immediately. So now, the government also need to revisit the abandoned Nnewi shopping mall at Nkwọ Triangle. I think what happened there is a failure of leadership. P2B did not actually do very, very well in that place, because having started constructing that project, he should have completed the whole thing. But he has enough time to complete it. Still have almost a year or a year and because I don't know what happened to him, he completely abandoned it, giving it to Willie Obiano. In terms, the Willie Obiano did a very bad politics with that place, handing over that place to Nnewi community with no plan of them doing anything with it, and that place become a wasted resources. So now, I must urge the Anambra State government to revisit that place and take over that place, or invite investors, as he did in Oka Shopping Mall, and get that place up and running. That place on its own will create another 10,000 jobs. So, and with a lot of other facilities that will be built in that place, that will bring Nnewi as a modern city, and also change the whole area. So these are things that government need to do. Another one they need to do is to tidy up all these markets in Nnewi. They need to tidy up these markets. The markets look dilapidated. They must build a sample of what they are looking at, so that within a year, 2 years, the modernization of this market will start. But before the modernization, all the internal roads, all the pathways in these markets must be dealt with. How can they do that? By basically interlocking the whole land, interlocking every space, and planting trees, and planting exotic plants, a lot of things that needed to help to change the trajectory, to change the beauty of the place. So the government must have it that any market that you don't have interlock pathways must be closed down within 6 months. So this will actually change the trajectory and get the markets looking very, very good. So these are things that they need to do. And another thing is basically to improve on street lighting and house lighting in most of the Nnewi, because this will actually help to change a lot of things. Because at the moment, some of the streets has street lights, but not all of them. So now there must be a policy that make it compulsory that all the streets must have street lighting, and all the houses in the major cities, major areas must also have solar street lights placed on top of them. This will actually help to change the trajectory. And also, installation of CCTV cameras must be compulsory, that within a year, everywhere must have CCTV camera, including every business. They must have that. Without that, nothing will happen. So another one they need to do is to setting up modern housing estates, and also modern shopping plazas that can be modern, and recreation hubs. I think that one will continue on the next one. We'll continue on that later, because we might not have much time to continue on this part 2. But I don't know what you think about this. But whatever you think, go to the comment section. Let's continue to deal with this issue, because it's very, very important. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for being there for us. I am so Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. See you in the next one, and God bless you. Bye.